Hey guys, what's up? Trajan here and welcome back to VanillaCraft. Today we have a couple things to do. The first of which having to do with this little guy right here. A couple of episodes ago, we went and we visited a village where we found this little armadillo. And we ended up taking him back to our house. However, he's just kind of been roaming around this whole time. So I thought today it would be a really good time to build him his own little enclosure. And maybe even find him a little friend. So let's go grab the materials that we'll need. Now I'm planning to build the outline of his enclosure with spruce logs. We're also going to need some fence posts, and we're also going to need some sand. So now we need to find a place to build our little armadillo enclosure. After looking at a few places, I decided that it'd be really cute to transform the area around our happy gas pen into a whole area for a bunch of pets. So I think I'm going to build the armadillo pen right here, which means that we're going to have to terraform this area a little bit. So I finally finished terraforming the area, however, it has gotten dark, so we should probably head home. And in the morning, we can start construction on our little armadillo pen. So let's start by mapping out where we're going to put it. Alright, so we have the outline here, and we're going to have the little entrance be right here. There we go, that's starting to look really cute. Alright, so now that the outline is done, we can start working on the roof. Now this is going to be quite the big roof for an armadillo enclosure, but I think it's going to be really cute once it's all done. Now building roofs in Minecraft can be quite difficult, and that's when I remembered that we could actually use our happy gas to help us build our roof. Alright, so let's go grab one of these guys. So today I think I'm feeling our green gas, so let's try to get him out of the pen. There also might be a major design flaw in this pen that I built, as it is definitely not tall enough and I keep suffocating. And he is going to help us build our roof. At least I think so. Alright, this is actually working quite well. I definitely have to get a hang of the controls a little bit. Oh wait, don't leave, don't leave. My happy guest has abandoned me. I'm sorry to say, but I think I'm gonna put you back in the pen. Now let's get back to building our roof. So the outline of the roof is done. Now we just have to fill in the rest of it. Alright, the roof is officially done. And yes, I'm aware that this is quite extravagant for a single armadillo, but I think it's cute. I'm gonna place some fences around so that the armadillos can't get out. And of course, some gates at the front. We gotta make sure that this is super protected, as we have some experience with animals trying to escape. No, 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 don't jump out the window. And there we go, all of the fence posts are placed. Now it's time to replace the floor with some sand. So let's start by digging out all of this grass. So originally I was going to put sand in here, but I did a quick Google search and I found out that armadillos actually most commonly spawn in acacia biomes and mesa biomes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a river down the middle, and that splits the acacia biome and the mesa biome. Now I thought that I had some acacia trees over here, but apparently I don't, which means that we are going to have to make a trip. Luckily, there's an acacia and a mesa biome right next to each other, so we can try to head over there, get some materials, and also try to find another armadillo. So let's make our way over to the docks, and let's make the mandatory one trip per episode to the mesa biome. Alright, so we have finally arrived, so let's try to get ourselves a couple saplings. We got ourselves 3 saplings, which should be enough. Now we just need to find an armadillo. I'm finding plenty of cats, but no armadillos. I couldn't find any armadillos in the acacia biome, so I'm gonna head to the mesa biome and see if we have any luck there. Alright, we have found a bird, but we learned from last episode that that is probably not the best thing for us.
Flashback.
Oh no, there's a dude over here. And we found the mesa biome. So let's go ahead and grab some of the sand. And now let's try to find some armadillos around here. I think I'm going to try to head back to the village where we found the first one and check the surrounding area to see if there's any more over there. Thankfully, it's not too far. Alright, this is right where I found the last one. And we found another one! This could not have worked out better. And there's another one! Apparently, this village is just infested with armadillos, which is perfect for me. However, I'm not sure how I'm going to get you both back. Alright, so I was able to latch that boat onto my boat, so we found a solution. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea what armadillos do. I don't know what purpose they serve, and I have no idea what to do with the little scales that they drop. I just like having them because I think they're super cute and they make these super cute noises. So if you have any ideas of what to actually do with them, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, so the nice thing is that I can just drag the boat with me. I'm pretty sure that this is a new mechanic. Oh no! So armadillos are quite difficult to bring home. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these guys over here for now while we finish up the inside. I've also just come to the realization that I don't think armadillos can swim, so I don't think it's the best idea to put a little river in there. So I think I'm gonna scrap that idea. I do not want another murder on my hands. Now let's go ahead and grow some of these trees. And there we go, that looks super cute. Now before we actually put them in there, I do want to give them all names. So let's go home and grab our name tags. So for the very first armadillo, I think we're going to name it Wheatley, and this is after a character from Portal. And then we're also going to have Harry Mason from the very first Silent Hill game. And then we're also going to have James Sunderland from the second Silent Hill game. So let's go ahead and grab Wheatley. Now, do any of these characters match the personality of an armadillo? Probably not, but I don't have any better names. All right, so I'm gonna have Wheatley come in first. What do you think? You don't like it? So we have Harry Mason and James Sunderland. Let's bring you guys inside and let's feed them some spider's eyes so that they can be all happy. Look at the little baby armadillo. That is so adorable. Well, if you guys have any names for this baby armadillo, please let me know in the comments below. I also added a little chest out here where we can collect the little armadillo scales. I'm actually obsessed with this baby armadillo. It is so cute. Now that that is done, we have one more thing that I want to do today, which is redecorate my house a little bit. Now, I don't want to make too many changes as I actually quite like how my house is set up. However, there is definitely a few spaces that could use a bit more decoration, especially over here. So I think I'm going to leave this area alone for the most part, and I'm going to focus on over here to start with. So I'm going to move this jukebox one block back over here, and then I'm going to craft some bookshelves, and I'm also going to craft an item frame, and I'm going to put the bookshelves over here, put a little flower pot over there, and then I'm going to put a little music disc right here, and I think that that is super cute. Now I also really wanted to add a little table right here with a painting. Now I also found this adorable custom skull of Oshawott, so we're gonna have that right there. It does look a little concerning that it's just his decapitated head, but we're gonna ignore that. Now I also really want to make a painting for that area because I installed a resource pack that gives us different paintings. I think I'm gonna go with this really cute lamb one. I think it fits in really well. And finally, I really want to focus on this room. So I think it'd be really cute to line it with some bookshelves. So let's go make some of those. And there we go, that already looks a lot better. And now I think it'd be really cute to have some practical blocks lined up against that wall right there. And I think that that looks super cute. The only thing I think it needs is a little carpet, but I think I'm also going to add a carpet here. So let's grab our shears that I have no idea where I put them. And let's head over to the farm and let's shear all of these sheep. So let's place this down in here. That looks so cute. This area definitely looks a lot cuter and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I'm also really glad that this room finally has a purpose. And if you guys have any more ideas on how to decorate my house, I would love to hear them in the comments below. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of VanillaCraft. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!